Hey guys, it's Skyon here, bringing you the next build that I've been working on. It is a Chaos Blade Vortex Occultist, but before we take a look at the build, I'm just gonna quickly run this tier 16 map, and then yeah, we'll take a closer look at the build after. Okay. So let's take a look at the build. Basically I wanted to play around with this armor, the Covenant. The level 29 added chaos damage here is insane. It gives 377 to 565 flat chaos damage. And just for reference, even an Awaken added chaos damage gives 189 to 284 flat chaos damage at gem level 5. So the armor is giving like double the value of the Awaken version. And I know everyone is using this armor right now to play the Poison SRS build, but I wanted to try something different, and I had a sudden craving for Blade Vortex. Like I played the Poison BV as an assassin and Triple Herald BV as a elementalist years ago, and I had completely forgotten about the skill, but suddenly remember how enjoyable the playstyle was. So this time around we are doing Chaos Edition, where we are scaling the on-hit damage with crit, and let's actually look at our gems. So our main setup here is Blade Vortex or Foul Blade Vortex, Void Manipulation, Unleash, Power Charge and Crit, Increase critical damage and area of effect. I have my auras Purity of Element, Zealotry, Herald of Purity, and no, this is not an aura, but I have Assassin's Mark here, Foul Blight, Precision, Vitality, Dash with Second Wind, Blasphemy with Despair. This cast 1 damage taken, Immortal Call setup, and Spell Totem, Multi Totem, Wither, and faster casting. On the offensive end, I am dual wielding these Replica Inspiry Edge. They're probably not the best, like, since we are spellcasting occultists with power charges, the Void batteries for max power charges are a good option. We also have like rare weapons that's giving spell skill gem levels, or even I think like these cheap obliteration ones. They give up to 40% fizz as extra chaos. They might even output more damage, but I do not think the damage is really a problem in this build. And like looking at these weapons, I feel it's got very good quality of life, like getting well, they each have 50% fizz to chaos conversion, so two of them gives 100% conversion to chaos, and the leech is also very nice. For other items, right now my ring slots and my belt and boots are just for life, resist, and dexterity. Like, we are very starved on dex. Our helm is a devouring diadem for eldritch battery, but I also got the one with strength and dex unveiled, just for that much needed dexterity. And we are relying on the SNS glove for the explosions, as we are crit, and we do not take the occultist crit node, we take the power charge nodes here. So looking at the tree, we start off at the witch and we stretch ourselves to basically like both directions, towards all the power charge nodes. So one here to the left and to the right. We grab some life, crit, and fist damage along the way. We have one cluster set up here, where the large is obviously the chaos damage cluster, and the mediums with magnifier and vast power synergizes really nicely with the power charge occultist. And on the defensive end, being an occultist, first of all, well, going for the chaos side, it makes capping our chaos verse really easy. Like, we get 60 here and just a little bit more chaos resistance here, and maybe a little bit on the gear, which is in itself is a good defensive stat to have. And pair that with using divine flash here, giving 50% LE damage as chaos damage, or 50% LE damage taken as chaos damage. So instead of mitigating with your elemental resistance, only 50% of it, of the elemental damage you take, will be mitigated by your regular resistance, and then the other half will be mitigated by 81%. And also, going back to these weapons, 10% fizz damage taken as chaos damage. So 20% of the physical damage is mitigated by 81% instead of our armor, which is pretty much non-existent. And on top of that, the armor, the helmet, this glove, almost nothing, but they are energy shield bases. So, and we do have a, in my opinion, pretty good healthy amount of energy shield. So I went with Mind of Matter. One thing to note is that the energy shield recharge is, it pauses until you don't take damage for a few seconds after getting hit. So if I'm with the Eldritch Battery, if I'm just casting spell, it's not considered as taking a damage, so you can see the recharge is always on. But during battle, like if an enemy hits you and then you lose the energy shield then you need to wait until it starts recharging again. I personally haven't encountered a scenario where I'm taking in too much damage and then this thing goes to 0 and then I suddenly cannot cast any spells, but we'll see if we ever come across that kind of scenario. And then, yeah, pretty much that's it for the defenses. So some of the upcoming plans is, well, I am level 93. I would like a little bit more level, and also get some of my gems to level 20. I am planning to anoint this node here because the chaos damage is obviously good, and then the skill effect duration is good for the blade vortex, but these nodes here are not doing anything since we are not doing a chaos dot build here. And also we are using the impresence amulet, so you see all my auras here. The despair, I can fit all of these without any like enlighten or anything anywhere, just these nodes over here. So the despair is free, and then we have herald purity, purity of elements for resistance and the immune to elemental ailments. Obviously zealotry for crit spell damage. Herald of Purity gives more physical damage, which goes to our chaos damage. Level 1 precision because 20 increased crit chance at level is pretty good. And yeah, max level vitality for some life regeneration because this armor also makes our skills cost some life. So without any regen, like you would need to, the only way to get them back will be leech, or you have to use your life flask. Yeah, so that's basically kind of like where the build is right now. I am gonna try to keep these core items like the armor, the helm, and these weapons, and try to see if I can do some endgame content or endgame bosses. But if I feel like I'm lacking damage, I may switch up to something more powerful, but we'll see. For now, I don't think the damage is the problem. Again, I think if anything, the defensives are a problem. Like 3.6 k life is not where I want to be, especially at this level, especially when I'm doing T16s and trying to do the endgame bosses. But yeah, we'll see if there are some fine tuning to be done to the build. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.